Today, we have organized a webinar on green building technology. Now, we see everywhere, due to increasing population, more pollution arises. And so, instead of the concrete buildings, am I audible, sir? Okay. So instead of the concrete building, we can use a green building by using maximum natural resources and save our biodiversity and ecosystem and control the pollution. So for today's webinar, we have eminent speaker, Dr. Gayatri Vyas ma'am. Dr. Gayatri Vyas ma'am completed the PhD from IIT Delhi and having 17 plus years of experience in lectureship. Madam also selected as assistant professor in civil engineering by MPSC exam rank 1. And from 2010, working as assistant professor in College of Engineering, Pune. Madam also attended a lot of national and international conferences. Also, 5 papers published in National Journal and 15 papers published in International Journal. Also, Madam guided to MTech students. So, I request to our principal, Dr. Patil sir, please guide and welcome to Vyas ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
On behalf of our Samartha group of institution, Belle, all the management members, especially our secretary, Honorable Vivekji Shedke, trustee, Vallabhji Shedke, or vice chairman, Naneshwarji Shedke, all the HODs, admin officer, directors, all the staff members. I heartily welcome to Dr. Gayatri Vyas madam and thanks her for accepting our invitation for this today's green technology program webinar for students. Again, thanks to her. And as Golab madam discussed here, so as everyone aware that how this pollution, how this greenhouse gases, everything is so dampering to the our Mother Earth that it would be more harmful than any war and any any corona and means all the pandemics and all that. So today everyone facing that problem, right from our farmers to us. And because of that, not only this pollution, but our today's economy is damply affected. As you know that when 1 degree temperature is increased, what happened to the farmers, what happened to the all the ingredients that they are taking from their farms and all that, how they are badly affected and how they are causing all this ill effect to the all the society and all the nations or all the mother. So the main reason is that we are going away from our natural things. Just when you see our ancient Indian peoples, how they are lives, how their homes, how they are building their all the houses in those days, they are so built naturally by all the things that there was no need of any cooler, any AC or any means whatever means highly equipped, equipped, or you mean to say highly technological equipment we are using even that they are not cooling your that so-called today's home as compared to their ancient homes. So every Indian or every nationalist should take this very seriously, and everyone this topic is a green building. So everyone as a civil engineer, as a civil engineer people or those who are building the homes, they must use all the material used for that, and they should build their whole houses. That would be naturally all this means when you say the green building. So whatever green technology you may use, that they should be applied for that. And today everyone seeing that everyone is going to the natural things. So whatever we are using in last 15 or last 50 years or last 20 years, those things we are adopting now also. Right from your जसं की आपण म्हणू की मटक्यातलं पाणी गार असते की फ्रीज पेक्षा ते गार होते. म्हणजे एव्हरी what I mean to say that every this global warming and this greenhouse gases and this CO2 or all this nitrogen gas is only the roots of all of that, our living standard. And as far as possible, whatever electricity you are using, everything we should be consume less, so that all this, when I'm saying every time that when you save 1 unit energy, you are producing directly the 2 or 2.5 unit energy. And when we consume 1 unit energy, how much greenhouse gases are that, right from your thermal power station or all that, how they are emitted to the environment, that no one is thinking all of that, and how we are producing the carbon footprints. So many things to say here. So I appeal to all the budding civil engineers to go through it, and as far as possible, apply all the natural things, all the natural ways when they build their all the buildings, right from it may be living or it may be your commercial or everything there. So again, I thanks to madam and appeal to all the students to take advantage of lecture of madam, and it's for your future purpose also be implemented. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So I request to our today's most precious guest, Dr. Vyas ma'am, please guide our students. I request to all students must keep your audio mute. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Welcome, madam.
So today I am talking on the very close topic to my heart, that is the green building, or what is the green building is, how that green building is evaluated, and how we can preserve the natural resources. Very brief introduction I can give you today to give you the insights what is this green building is. So now whenever we talk about any subject, what is the need? What is the need of that subject that we are going to see the first? So when we talk about green building, it's global and local, means the Indian perspective. We know that more than 20% of electricity, more than 20% of electricity is being used, is being consumed by our construction sector. Nowhere, whenever we are going to construct, we will harm the environment. We will harm the environment, it's for sure. But how to minimize that harm? How to minimize that harm, that we are going to see within this 2 hours of our duration. So building normally use the 20% of electricity, 44% of material used. Here we are talking about the non-renewable material. We are mostly use the 44% of material. You can imagine the things whenever we dig a site, when we go for the clearance of the site, we need the materials, we need the equipments. So 44% of material is used for the construction of anything. 40% of world's energy use or world's energy requirement is there for the construction, and 42% of global water consumption is there in the what we can say for the construction of the things. So we can say the construction is largest source of terrestrial and atmospheric pollution. So this slide gives us the importance why we should look for the sustainable construction, why we should go for the sustainable innovation, why we should go towards the sustainable environment that we can see. Particularly when we talk about the India actually responsible, in India, the construction sector is responsible for 15 to 18% of CO2 emission, whereas the 33% of global emission. This figure is from 2004, and whenever we do the regression analysis and we will see and we will predict things, this 15 to 18 CO2 emission is increased up to 25%, is increased up to the 25% of CO2 emission. And this 33% global energy emission is now the 42% of the global energy emission right now. So the building sector in India is currently placing the intensive pressure on the country's reserves of the natural resources. We are cutting the tree like anything. So whenever we go for the construction site, anyone goes for the construction site, he or she directly cut the trees. But now this government mandates the thing that you should nurture, that we will see in the coming slides and all. So if we say whether there is need for the sustainability, yes, there is the need. Now, all these problems we discussed in very short duration of time, how you can overcome, how we can overcome the things, that is the answer is the sustainability or the sustainable construction. Very first conference is held at Brundtland, and that report is very world famous report, that is Brundtland report in 1987, and the concept of sustainability, sustainable development, construction comes into the picture. And if we see the definition, that is very basic definition, and NBC National Building Code 2017 also talks about the same definition of sustainability. And if you read that definition, it's an eye-opener to all of us that the sustainable development is the development that meets the needs of the present generation. We have some need, our generation had some need, and this development should meet the need of our generation without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Future generation has their needs, they will have their needs, but how they will meet their needs, you can see lot of oil storage is presently vanishes. Coal storage vanishes. Our generation is facing the problem for the natural resources. If you see the statistics of import for the natural gases, natural oil, natural wood, we can say the percentage is very high as compared to our past generation. So we can say that our past generation didn't preserve the natural resources, so we have the lacunas, and now it's our responsibility that we have to preserve the natural resources. We have to see how the development will take place and that should not hamper the basic needs of the future generation. A very, very, very good definition of sustainable development, and that is reported in the Brundtland Report 1987. That's the basic definition taken. You can see the National Building Code Chapter 11. In that also, our National Building Code defines the sustainability in the same definition in line with the Brundtland Report. That definition is there. So a sustainable building, this is the sustainable development. Sustainable building or the green building, it's also called as the green building. Sustainable development is a big umbrella. Beyond this big umbrella, one small issue is there, that is the sustainable building. So the sustainable building is one that uses energy and material more effectively, both in production and operation. Both in production as well as in operation. So that building in production means during the construction period, during the different life cycle. Whenever we talk about the construction life cycle, the different life cycle is from is cradle to groove, means the material stage. Material cradle means the material. If suppose we take the example of cement in cement production, basic ingredient for the construction. So this cement, whenever we talk about the different ingredients, that is lime, gypsum and all, lime we are getting from the quarry. So the lime, it's lime's birth. So the energy will evolve by whenever you dig for the lime. So that energy you are going to carry the lime from the quarry, from the to your cement manufacturing industry. So some transportation you need. That transportation vehicle also emits or also harm the natural environment. So all this energy we are going to calculate, and this energy is known as, means this is due in production, and this energy of the material is known as the embodied energy. So energy and material more effectively in production as well as operation stage. In operation also, in building operation, building use, we have to check for the minimization of pollution. We cannot 100% avoid the pollution, but yes, definitely we can reduce the pollution. We can reuse the material. Reuse is also 3R is also basic important term that is there in our sustainable construction. So reduce, reuse and recycle. So this material we can recycle and we can reuse after its operation, after its life cycle, we can say. So the definition very much clearly says us that we have to use the material or energy such that it should effectively used in the production and operation stage while polluting and damaging natural system as little as possible. So we are going to minimize the harm. We are going to minimize the harm. Whenever we talk about sustainable construction, the sustainable building, it has three social pillars, three pillars of the sustainability given by Hill in 1965. Listen, from 1965, we are talking about the three basic pillars of sustainability. If we understood that concept right now, that is also very much very much useful to the society. So very first pillar is the social pillar. Second is the environment pillar, and third is the economy. Without money, we cannot do. So what the social pillar of sustainability tells us, we have to check for the social need of the occupants. We have to see, we are now focusing towards the building. We are now focusing towards the sustainable building. So while we are talking, I am giving you the example related to sustainable building only. While talking about this, the social pillar means what is the need of the society. For different cluster of the people, different need is there. For hot and humid climate, National Building Code 2017 has divided our nation into 5 climatic zones. Based on the climatic zones, based on the culture, the need of society for the building is different. So we should think of that. We should integrate that concept. Whenever I give the example of our COEP, if you come to the COEP and sit at the main building, it's the heritage structure, you feel the same climate in all the region, or all the climatic seasons actually. So that is a very good concept, the VADA concept. The best construction I can say. The in the VADAs, if you observe the VADA construction that is there right now also, the major portion, interior portion is kept open to the sky. So maximum amount of daylight is there. Cross ventilation is there. Airflow is also good. So this VADA structure, whenever we give the rating, more rating is green rating is there to the VADA structure. That's not the thing that you cannot construct by using this conventional way. Yes, you can construct just with a smaller modification. You can go, if suppose you are going to do some small modification, what is that? I will tell you during due course of the time. So if you suppose do that modification, you can go towards the green or sustainable building construction. So that is the concept of social. Then the environment. Yes, I told you that whenever we construct, that is that we are going to harm the environment. So now how we can reduce the harm? By reducing air pollution, by reducing water pollution, by reducing soil pollution, by reducing, you can say, light pollution. Now, you may think that what is this light pollution is. Actually, we cannot see the clear sky at the night. That is due to the light pollution. That is due to the lamps that are the direction of the lamp. And now suppose you observed in the city like Pune, all the lamps are in the downward direction, to eliminate the illumination of the bulb to the sky. So such type of thing you think of while you are going with the environment. Now the economy. Now in this presentation, I gave you some short case studies, or the conclusion of my studies, PhD studies, and in which I talked about the cost. Payback period for 3-star Grihas rated structure, you can come down to the 2.5 years. That means within the 2 to 2.5 years, you can get all the cost invested on the green building. Yes, green cost more when we compare with the conventional building. But whenever you are going to calculate the payback period based on the electricity bill cutting, based on the property tax saving. Now the in PCMC areas, Pune areas, they have premium for the green building. If suppose your flat system is solar heat water system, then you are getting benefits property tax. Such type of incentives government is giving to us, so that you can go for the green construction. And yes, for the 3-star building, the payback period is as low as 2 to 2.5 years. So the economy is also the very, very, very important factor, because if suppose that cost more. One case study I observed in Pune only, that is the railway training center, there the cost of construction is 27% more than the conventional building. And now I find out the reason why that is there, and I will discuss whenever that case study comes during the presentation. So now when we talk about the green building means everything green is green building. If suppose a beautiful lush landscape is there, grass is there, and you says that it's very beautiful and it is contributing to the green environment. No, that's not contributing to the green environment. Keep it in mind. Whenever we saw the grass, beautiful grass, and ample number of time, it needs more water than the other trees. So green building doesn't promote the grass. This green building doesn't promote the glass also. Many myths is there. Many persons have in their mind that a beautiful glass construction is a green. No. which glass you are using, what's the property of the glass, what is the U value, what is the threshold value. All these are the parameters that is considered in the designing of the green building. When we talk about the green building, it coexists with nature. It maximizes the resource conservation, reduce the pollution in its whole life cycle. I tell you what is the life cycle is, and deploy the efficient use of the space. So each thing we are going to optimize for its use. That's the green building is. It is coexist with nature. Maximizes resource conservation. So resource utilization, resource conservation, resource use, we are going to maximize it. We are actually rethinking. One best example for the resource conservation that I want to tell you, in the railway training center, you can visit the site, you can see the material is there on the site, you can visit there. In the railway training center, they shift their railway training center to the Koregaon Park site. So there they have used the railway sleepers for the interior decoration, and the interior decoration is very elegant, very beautiful, and all this material is reused over there. So that is the thing that we want to achieve through this green building. And whenever we talk about greenness, it's the implementing the green building practices. And in 2004, only one green building is there, that 20,000 square foot CII Godrej green building is there. Only one green building. Many beautiful concepts as incorporated in CII, but only that building is there as a green building, and that is rated by IGBC lead, that is IGBC, Indian Green Building Council. Firstly, have MOU with the lead US, lead rating system that is used in the USA, and firstly there was a collaboration till 2017, and that is the first green building having 2,000 square foot as the green footprints. And Times of India predicted that till 2022, 10 billion green building footprints is there. Now, if you see the statistics, 15 billion green building footprints are there in till the month of March 2022. So then it's a need of the time now. MNRE, Ministry of Energy and Renewable Resources, they have mandated all the government structure should be minimum 3-star Grihas rated or IGBC platinum, IGBC rated. So that is the need that considered by the Indian government, and many state government are also the collaboration with the TERI, the Energy Resource Institute Delhi, that the TERI has evaluated our basic, or we can say the first and the rating system, that is the Grihas one. So that is the green building. Now, when we talk about green building, you came to know that building actually, we are going to construct the green by you, and we have to measure the greenness of the building. We have to measure the greenness of the building. How to measure? We have to rate them. So the green building rating system comes into the existence. So the green building rating system comes into the existence. So now why this green rating system are there? Firstly, I will tell you what is this green building rating system. It is the tool that measures the environmental performance of the building during its life cycle. So when we talk about the green building rating tool, it will measure the performance of measures the environmental performance, not only the performance, but the environmental performance of a building during its life cycle. It is usually comprises of the set criteria. The set criteria is there for every rating system. We will see the different rating system in short today. And it has different parameters related to design, construction, and operation of the green building. So from pre-planning, planning, construction, and the operation stage, what are the different parameters or what are the different criteria that are set in the green building rating system actually. Each criteria has pre-assigned points and set of performance benchmarks and goals that are largely quantifiable. So every rating system has pre-decided criteria, the points or the, if suppose you achieved a criteria, you will get that point. So such point system is there, and based on the cumulative point, the rating is given to the particular site. So now, largely green building rating system are voluntary in nature and have instrumental in arising awareness and popularizing the green building design. And our India is mandate some for the government green building rating system. Yes. Now the purpose of the green building ratings tools is to measure the outcome of the sustainable construction. It's based on the set criteria and parameters, and criteria and parameters are having some predefined points. So by adding all the points, you can measure the outcome of the sustainable construction. To reach the 3 pillars of sustainability: economy, social, and environment. These 3 pillars, whether we are reaching with the help of this measuring tools that we can say the green building rating tools, and accelerate the evolution and the transformation of the traditional construction industry. So this is the basic purpose of the green building tools. Now, when we see what the work is done on the green building rating system, very first rating system, mother of all rating system, that is BREEAM, comes into the picture in 1990, and it is developed at the United Kingdom. It's very first building environmental assessment tool that was called as the building environmental assessment tool, and that comes into the field in 1990. Now Hill and Bowen, they modified the definition of sustainable development given by Brundtland report in 1987, that the sustainable development as having the social, economical, biophysical, and technical consideration. So Hill and Bowen told about that. And Mr. R.J. Cole, he is having book on the building assessment tool. His literature is very good. If you want to go more deeper in the green building and sustainable development or sustainable construction, you can refer to this author, R.J. Cole, Renewable Cole, and you can refer his book also. So his contribution is huge in the field of green building, and he told that the environmental assessment methods must accommodate both quantifiable performance criteria and qualitative criteria. Since some criteria are quantitative and some are the qualitative. Qualitative means that is based on the quality. You cannot measure it directly. But what happens before his idea coming up, all the things that are there in an environmental assessment tool, before this green building assessment tool is called as this green building rating system is called as the environmental assessment tool. So this assessment method have only the quantifiable criteria, but afterward Cole suggests that there should be the qualitative criteria also. Now the concept of green building rating systems comes into the picture, and the Ding is also having some research on the green building rating system in the country of Finland, and he told that the green building rating system does not allow to the national and regional variation. Till that, mostly governed rating system was BREEAM and LEED. I told you, LEED from USA, BREEAM from United Kingdom, and they do not allow for the national and regional variation, as our India is basically, if you think the construction in the northern side and the southern side, the measurement parameter should be different. आता राजस्थान मध्ये जिथे पाऊसच पडत नाही तिथे रेन वॉटर हार्वेस्टिंग, व्हॉट इज द यूज ऑफ द रेन वॉटर हार्वेस्टिंग in the area where the very less rainfall is there in the Rajasthan side? So the same rating system that is invented somewhere else in the world, in the universe, that is not actually as it is applicable to the national as well as the region. So there should be different rating system. Nowadays, Griha considered all this. So Griha now considered all this variation. So Griha's rating system considers the five climatic zone, and based on the 5 climatic zone, they are talking about M factor, they are talking about U value of the things, and they are talking about the orientation of the building based on the 5 climatic zone. So Chang, for the Taiwan, what is GB tool? Green building tool or sustainable building tool? You can Google it. That is, that tool is actually adopted by more than 20 countries from the world, and they have set the parameters. Very vast parameter is there. They have set the parameters of the green building, and this tool is actually modified for the different countries. And Chang is modified that tool, green building rating tool 2005 for Taiwan, for our India, but and make one, they have modified that GB tool for the India. So now when we talk about that much of green building rating systems are there and why we need more. Actually, I developed a green building rating system during my, that was my first objective, second objective actually. So I developed the green building rating system for India. So why the new, at that time, what I thought that, why this green building rating tool is there, new rating system is there. This is because the most of the rating system are used to assess building in the region for which they are not originally designed. There is lack of adoption of the weighing system, how to weigh, how to give the weightage to the parameter, that there is a lack of that. There is absence of overall transparency in terms of nature and significance of their constituent elements. The rating system fails to take into the account building performance over its projected life cycle. Nowadays, it's taken into account. Now the lead has the dynamic play concept. That means you can observe the building's performance, live building performance, with the help of BIM, that is the integrated management system, in which you can monitor all this operation of the building at one click. So that many of the drawbacks are overcome right now. Presently, less attention is being paid on economic values considered to the environmental dimension. Economy plays an important role. Whenever we give the economic solution for the green building, then and then only the people or the contractor or the user or the constructor, they will going to construct the green building and they will adopt the changes. Economy is a governing factor. I can give you the example. When I am doing the data collection in 2013, I met with many of the firms, that is Jaguar, Perriware and all this. So before that, there was a single flush system. ज्यांचे जुने घर आहे त्यांना लक्षात येईल, single flush असायचं. This single flush minimum, after the use of urinal also, it will use 5 liters of water. But now the dual flush system is there, and that the government mandates to design the WC for the dual flush system. And this dual flush system is first flush, means after urinal, you need water less to go off. So that is only 0.7 to 1 liter of water we are going to use. So that much of water reduction we have done. But whenever we think of the population increase, this much of saving is also not sufficient. So government mandates, so people are going for that. Yes, definitely economic and the government policy plays an important role when we talk about the green building. Now, what are the benefits of the green building? First is the environment. We are harming less to the environment. The cost and benefit implementing green building standard. Now, there are the cost. There are the cost to implement the green building. There are the benefits also. There are the benefits also for construction of the green building. Am I audible? Now, when we talk about the benefits, green building consumes 40 to 60% lesser electricity as compared to the conventional. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
So when we talk about the green building, it consumes 40 to 60% less electricity as compared to the conventional building. So 40 to 60%, you can imagine how much electricity cut is there. You take the example, very beautiful building that is Indira Paryavaran Bhavan at Delhi. Visit the site. There all the green parameters are mentioned. Firstly, Indira Paryavaran Bhavan was the green building. Okay. Then they converted to the net zero building. Net zero building means the energy produced from the building is equivalent to the energy needed. Means zero electricity. Zero electricity they get from the grid. So light bill is directly zero. For a small 4 people's house, I am paying the electricity bill as 1600 per month. For simple 2 BHK flat. You can imagine if suppose that 1600 is zero, I am saving lot of money. Again, the thermal comfort is also there in the green building. As the climate, indoor and environmental climate is good, so I am having the mental satisfaction. Many chronic diseases can be minimized in the green building. That are the, we can say, the hidden benefits. So we cut down the need, that is for the net zero building. आता ते आहे इंदिरा पर्यावरण positive energy building. That means they are producing more energy than the required and they are giving to the grid. The energy is giving to the grid. So the best example is the Indira Paryavaran Bhavan. Their payback period is only 6 years. लक्षात घ्या 6 वर्षात त्यांना त्यांचे जेवढे इन्व्हेस्ट केलेले ते पैसे मिळाले आणि आता जे काही आहे that is their plus or their profit. So it is having less, we can say, electricity as compared to conventional because they rely on the passive architectural inventions. Solar passive architecture is considered in the green building. The orientation, the subject you are learning in your second year, building construction, orientation of a building. Longer axis कुठं place करायचं आहे, shorter कुठं, windows diagram तुम्ही study केलेली आहे. Basic things are there in green building, not much rocket science. तुम्ही जर त्या orientation ला तुमची building place केली, your energy requirement is 10% less than the conventional building. Efficiency material is also used in the green building. So the energy consumes less energy as having less electric bill as compared to the conventional energy. Indira Paryavaran Bhavan एक benchmark आहे actually. पण आपण नॉर्मल स्ट्रक्चर बघितलं तरी आहे. तुम्ही दिवसा लाईट नाही लावली तरी तुम्ही एनर्जी सेव्ह करता. तुमचं थर्मल कम्फर्ट 25 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड एसी वरनं तुम्ही 25 डिग्री एसी वर जरी नेलं तुमच्या बिल्डिंगनी 1 डिग्री मोर, देन ऑल्सो यू आर actually you are saving lot of energy. तुम्ही खूप इमिशन्स कमी करता, ग्रीन हाऊस इमिशन कमी करता. तुम्ही जर बीई स्टार इक्विपमेंट घेतले, रेफ्रिजरेटर असेल, एअर कुलिंग असेल, तरी तुम्ही एनर्जी कंझर्व करताय. आपल्या ग्रीन बिल्डिंग मध्ये आपण एनर्जी स्टार रेटिंग वालेच इक्विपमेंट, इन हाऊस इक्विपमेंट आपण रेकमेंड करतो. Green building also attempts to work towards on-site energy generation, though the renewable energy utilization to cater to its energy need. Here, when you visit the county sites or a county, त्यांच्या इथे छोट्या छोट्या windmills प्रत्येक बिल्डिंग वर बसवलेले आहेत, सोलर पॅनल्स बसवलेले आहेत. Why? To go for the renewable energy. आता बेस्ट एक्झाम्पल सांगते, तुम्ही वाचलं की नाही माहिती, पेपर मध्ये एक न्यूज आली होती, पुण्याचीच आहे ऍक्च्युअली. What happened? A couple is staying in a house where they don't need the fan in summer season also. May मध्ये सुद्धा त्यांना फॅन लागत नाही. Why? They have used the natural property of the soil. Below the 2 meter to 1.5 to 2 meter, the ground temperature is constant. मग त्यांनी काय केलं, त्यांनी एक पाईप अशी त्यांनी पूर्ण बिल्डिंगच्या थ्रू फ्लो केली, and in that pipe they flow the water, and that water is cooled whenever that water goes below the ground, and the cooled water is then lifted, and this process goes on. So the indoor climate they kept.
People not connected.
Madam, mute करते का? Excuse me, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome, ma'am.
So we are talking about the renewable energy utilization. Our green building utilizes the renewable energy. Green building consumes 40 to 80% of lesser water as compared to the conventional building, as we are using the aerators in the tap. Whenever you go to the mall, you can observe that if you check, you can take a mug and you can measure the time to fill that mug, and you can go to the ordinary tap, you can measure the time to fill the mug by the tap that we have installed the aerators in that tap. The time is very big, means the less amount of water is flow through that aerator tap, because we are going to entrap the air into the water, and that gives us the feeling that we got the more water. प्रत्येकाला असं नळ फास्टच तोंड धुवायचं असतं, including me also, not exceptions. And the thing is given by the aerators, and the water requirement is less. So aerator use is must in case of our green building. Reuse of water is there. You can use your, you can recycle your gray water by different system. You know, the wastewater management system. And most of the used systems in grey water is rapid root zone treatment or constructed wetland. That means the roots of the some species are the natural cleaner for the wastewater. And they are using that, and the water quality is good. So that water is also recycled and reused for the gardening purposes. Then we are using the dual water flush system. Next, the aerators in the shop are also installed in the green buildings. So with such small alteration, green building consumes 40 to 80% of less water than the conventional energy. Atta water metering nahi hai. Whenever there is water metering and water charges are there, green building is beneficiary. My payback period comes down to 6 months also. कारण आता माझं 1.5 ते 2 वर्ष पेबॅक पिरियड आहे, मी जे काही स्टडी केलेलं आहे मिनिमम सांगते, आणि ऍव्हरेज जर मी घेतलं तर 4 वर्ष पेबॅक पिरियड आहे. तर हा पेबॅक पिरियड जेव्हा वॉटर मीटरिंग सुरू होईल, 24 hours वॉटर सप्लाय, वॉटर मीटरिंग फॉर एव्हरी सिटी, एव्हरी विलेज, व्हेनेवर दॅट कॉन्सेप्ट इज इम्प्लिमेंटेड, माय पेबॅक पिरियड कम्स डाऊन टू बी 2 years average payback period. So this is done. We are going to use the low flow fixtures, dual plumbing systems, you know, a single plumbing system and dual, one pipe system, 2 pipe system, you know. For 2 pipe system, we are giving 2 pipes for the gray water as well as black water. That is the 2 water system. So we are using the 2 pipe system or dual plumbing system in the green building. So we can segregate our, we can collect our gray water, and that can be recycled and reused. Again, The next is the green building generate less waste as we focus toward the less waste generation. आपण प्रत्येक गोष्ट जपतो ग्रीन बिल्डिंग मध्ये. Top soil is also preserved. Suppose you are going to construct on a soil, you are going to remove the topsoil because topsoil is having maximum nutrients that is good. Okay. Topsoil is having maximum nutrients that is good for the plant productions. Whatever landscaping you are going to do, whatever species you are going to nurture on your site, for that this topsoil is used. So in the green building, this topsoil is also preserved, and this also some points. We are getting some points for the preservation of topsoils and reuse of our topsoil. So we are म्हणजे ग्रीन बिल्डिंग मध्ये आपल्या साईट मधनं नॅचरल जे काही असेल ते आपण बाहेर जाऊ देणारच नाही. दॅट इज अवर एम. पाणी, ग्राउंड वॉटर रिचार्ज वी आर गोइंग टू डू, और रेन वॉटर हार्वेस्टिंग वी आर गोइंग टू डू. वी आर युझिंग द मल्चिंग्स. मल्चिंग्स म्हणजे काय? स्मॉल असं डिगिंग करणारे आपण आपल्या साईट मधनं, जेणेकरून आपलं पाणी आपल्याच ते हे झालं पाहिजे, पर्क्युलेट झालं पाहिजे, ग्राउंड वॉटर तिथला वाढला पाहिजे. सो वी आर प्रिझर्विंग ऑल द नॅचरल रिसोर्सेस ऑफ अवर साईट ऍट द साईट itself. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Green building generate lesser pollution both during construction as well as in use. मी तुम्हाला म्हटलं construction मध्ये less आहे. Why? You are sprinkling the water whenever you are going for the site. Construction मध्ये green building मध्ये construction management plays an important role. Whenever there is the construction of site, if suppose your site layout is such that all the material, your equipment is nearby site, that means you are giving less disturbance to the other areas, site disturbance, then your air pollution is less. Whenever in case of the summer season, maximum site construction we are doing in the summer season. In the summer season, we are sprinkling the water in between to the site area to minimize the dust coming out from the site. So we are focusing the less pollution during as well as after the construction. The best practices are storage of construction material near to the site, barricading the site. It is very important to barricade the site for the noise, air pollution during the construction. Barricading is must. The mark said. Proper storage and disposal of the waste during construction and operation. Actually, waste minimization is our first thing, but though the waste will be generated, either to recycle the waste or to segregate the waste. जसं आपण घरचा ओला कचरा आणि सुका कचरा वेगळा करतो, घरी आपण काय करतो, ओला आणि सुका कचरा वेगळा करतो, तसंच साइटवर bin systems are there where the recyclable material we are separating from the non-recyclable material by the plastic waste, by the steel waste, जे की आपण परत डिस्पोज करून त्याच्यातनं आपण पैसे घेऊ का, तर वेस्ट डिस्पोजल इज अटमोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट. PMRDA ला मी एन्व्हायरमेंटल क्लिअरन्स कमिटीत होते, तिथं आमचं मेन आम्ही बघायचो की व्हॉट एव्हर अमाऊंट ऑफ कन्स्ट्रक्शन वेस्ट जनरेटेड ऍट द साईट, हाऊ इट इज डिस्पोज्ड. इलेक्ट्रिक वेस्ट कसा डिस्पोज केला जातोय हे आम्ही तिथं वन पॉइंट इज देअर, वी हॅव टू असेस दॅट पॉइंट. So the waste minimization, that we are going to do. So the proper storage and disposable waste during the construction operation ensures the reducing impact on the surrounding environment. That is the things we are getting the benefit from the green building ensures the safety. In case of the major rating system, workers' health and safety is also playing an utmost important. We visited the site, the construction site, म्हणजे टेरीचा आमचा जेव्हा प्रोग्राम होता तेव्हा आम्हाला त्यांनी त्यांच्या एका साईटवर नेलेलं. Clean and very clean huts are provided to the labor. Sanitation facility, very good sanitation facility is provided, and the water used at the sanitation facility is the recyclable one. म्हणजे तोच ते वॉटर ते रिसायकल करून वापरत होते. नोएडाला साईट होती. So such techniques are also used. तुम्ही दिल्लीचा तर विचार करा ना, दरवर्षी किती पोल्युशन आहे. म्हणून दिल्लीत तुम्ही मॅक्झिमम ग्रीन बिल्डिंग बघा तिथंच आहे. त्यांच्या गव्हर्नमेंटनी तर खूप कंपल्सरी केले. So, green building restrict the use of high ozone depleting materials, pollutants, potential substances in their system as well as in the finishes. Finishes मध्ये पण, painting मध्ये पण, you cannot use the volatile paints. You cannot use the volatile emitting substances. तुम्ही बघा काही आपण पेंट करतो घरी, लस्टर आहे, ऑइल पेंट आहे सॉरी, त्याच्यानंतर जो स्मेल येतो तुम्हाला नॉशिया होतो, डोकं चढतं, दॅट इज हॅपनिंग फॉर अ सेन्सिटिव्ह टाईप ऑफ पर्सन, ज्यांचं सेन्सिटिव्ह सगळी सिस्टीम आहे, ब्रिदिंग सिस्टीम वगैरे, त्यांना तो त्रास होतो. सो दीज आर सम बेनिफिट्स ऑफ द ग्रीन बिल्डिंग. Now we will talk about the BREEAM or the first rating system. Before that, I want to show you a short video of 4 minutes. Just
Till now, man was against nature.
मॅडम व्हिडिओ दिसतोय का?
Nature.
Hello.
Today, man
Yes,
is
ma'am.
व्हिडिओ दिसतोय ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
against his own nature. Dennis Gabber. When the earth was young, she protected you as a mother. She is now old. She has no vigor to protect you anymore. One day she will die, and so shall you. So you make a choice to help her live or to let her die. Deaths from global warming will double in just 25 years to 300 million people a year. Global sea levels could rise by more than 20 feet with the loss of shelf ice in Greenland and Antarctica, devastating coastal areas worldwide. Heat waves will be more frequent and more intense. Droughts and wildfires will occur more often. The Arctic Ocean could be ice-free in summer by 2050. More than 1 million species worldwide could be driven to extinction by 2050. The world is facing a severe energy crisis, with some places on the planet getting electricity for only 1/6 of a day. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. We at Surmount believe that a moral obligation is riding on our shoulders to be the catalyst to bring about the change. Along with you, we take a pledge today to go green in every step for the projects that we together take from concept, completion, and beyond. By virtue of our experience in contemporary technology and construction, and with the application of the right techniques, materials, and ideas, we offer the most sustainable and smart shelter at minimum cost within minimum time. Allow us to show you the best practice of creating a sustainable and smart environment. Now let's take you to Luxottica, a building on a sustainable site that meets human needs while preserving the environment. This is where Luxottica is constructed. Luxottica is connected to a residential zone or neighborhood with an average density of 10 units per acre net and within half mile of at least 10 basic services such as restaurant, school, hospital, shopping, bank, post office, hardware, theater, and with pedestrian access between the building and the services. Luxottica is located within 0.8 kilometer of a railway station or 0.4 kilometer of bus lines, which makes it usable by building occupants. This helps in reducing pollution and land development impacts from single occupancy vehicle use. With our green consultant, Mr. Young, we will walk you through the world's greenest building, Luxottica. Site disruption owing to construction should not exceed 40 feet from the building's perimeter and 5 feet from the roadway curbs. The degraded habitat areas are restored to provide habitat and promote biodiversity. The building location and design is selected in such a way that it minimizes site disruption. The natural surroundings of Luxottica provide a strong connection between the built and natural environments and also minimizes adverse impacts on the non-built portions of the site.
So that is one simple concept that given by that video, that is the sustainable site. Okay. So the different parameter, whenever we talk about the green building rating system, firstly, we will see which are the rating system and what are its major salient features around the world. And then we will go towards our national rating system. Okay. So in BREEAM, that is Building Research Establishment Environmental Assessment Method. Building Research Establishment Environmental Assessment Method, that is the mother of all rating system, that's evolved in 1990, and it is the largest, we can say, used building rating system in the world. It covers majority types. You cannot use the same rating system for residential, for factory, for the renovation, for the single dwelling, for the big housing project. You cannot use the same rating system for the different types of structures or different types of building. Whenever we focus towards the building. For different type of building, we cannot use the same rating system. We have to modify that rating system based on at its use or output, we can say. So this BREEAM covers offices, home, industrial unit, retail, and schools. And this rating system has given awardance as pass, good, very good, or excellent. 4 ratings are there. And it is based on the score, total score that is got from the assessment. And this rating system is in the criteria. First is the management. Management carries the 12%. And in the management, the different parameters or the please mute करू शकताय का? Different parameters like commissioning period, process adopted, different means construction process, which process adopted. आता लक्षात घ्या. One panel discussion was there whether the precast construction is good as when we compared with the in situ type of construction. For sustainable view, sustainability साठी. Firstly, yes, precast is good when we compare with the in situ. But also again, it depends on the size, type of the structure, size किती आहे, इकॉनॉमिकल पण पाहिजे ना. प्रीकास्ट कधी इकॉनॉमिकल आहे? जर तुम्ही मेट्रो कन्स्ट्रक्शन बघितलं, सगळं प्रीकास्ट आहे. इन सिटू करूच शकत नाही तुम्ही. इन सिटू केलं तर काय सिटीमध्ये पोल्युशन होईल विचार करा तुम्ही. दिल्लीला मेट्रोमध्ये जर इन सिटू कन्स्ट्रक्शन केलं असतं, ऑलरेडी दिल्ली क्लोज असते पोल्युशनमुळे. इन सिटू केलं असतं तर किती अमाऊंट ऑफ पोल्युशन हे केलं असतं. म्हणजे विच मेथडॉलॉजी यू आर गोइंग टू अडॉप्ट, दॅट इज ऑल्सो कन्सिडर्ड इन द रेटिंग अंडर दिस मॅनेजमेंट. स्मॉल एक्झाम्पल सांगितलं मी तुम्हाला. प्रीकास्टचं, प्रीफॅब म्हणा, प्रीकास्ट म्हणा, जे कंट्रोल क्लायमेट मध्ये तयार केलं जातं, जे नॉर्मली अवे फ्रॉम द सिटी एरिया असते ती फॅक्टरी, अँड द पोल्युशन इज नॉट इमिटेड इन द सराउंडिंग. So the management, that is the method adopted. Monitoring and commissioning of the energy use in the site activities, how the energy is used at the site, that is also monitored in case of management. And after the construction, in operation phase, मग काय केलं जातं इथं? सेन्सर लाईट्स असतात पार्किंग सेन्सर मध्ये. कधी कधी लाईट्स हे ऑपरेबल असतात. ऑपरेबल असतात म्हणजे काय? आपल्या सॉफ्टवेअर मध्ये आपण एक त्याचं ऑन टायमिंग आणि ऑफ टायमिंग फिक्स करतो. कितीदा पेपर मध्ये न्यूज असतात, स्ट्रीट लाईन पुण्याची चालू होती. इट इज द एनर्जी वेस्ट. सिस्टीम जिथं फेल होते तिथं हा प्रॉब्लेम येतो. सो such computerized monitoring system or building information modeling we are going to use in the green buildings. Major sites मध्ये use करतो normally आपण. Waste management, we are doing the waste management by giving different bins for during operation आणि पहिल्यांदा during construction आणि during operation असं येणार आहे. कन्स्ट्रक्शन अँड डिमॉलिशन फेज नॉर्मली आतापर्यंत आपण नाही विचार केलेली, पण आता काही रेटिंग सिस्टीम त्याच्या रिसायकलेबिलिटीवर पॉइंट जायला लागलेले आहेत. इनोव्हेशन मध्ये, इनोव्हेशन इज समथिंग इन द ग्रिहा ऑल्सो इन द आयजीबीसी. आपल्या रेटिंग सिस्टीम मध्ये ग्रिहा आणि आयजीबीसी मध्ये इनोव्हेशन आहे, त्यात आपण त्याला पॉइंट्स देतोय. अबव ऑल इनोव्हेशन. सो वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द वेस्ट मॅनेजमेंट ड्युरिंग कन्स्ट्रक्शन. डिफरंट बिन सिस्टीम इज देअर. परफेक्ट आपण प्रायमावेरावर शेड्युलिंग वगैरे करणार आहेत. ऍक्च्युअली किती मी परफेक्ट म्हणू दे, पण कन्स्ट्रक्शन इज नेव्हर परफेक्ट. वी नो दॅट, बट वी ट्राय टू मिनिमाइज द कन्स्ट्रक्शन वेस्ट अँड द पोल्युशन मिनिमायझेशन बाय युझिंग बॅरिकेटिंग. मग तिथं बॅरिकेटिंग आहेत का? येस असेल, एक मार्क मिळाला. मग त्याच्यात नॉईज बॅरियर्स आहेत का? जर नॉईज खूप प्रोड्यूस होतोय तर नॉईज बॅरियर्स आहेत का? आता तुम्ही बघताय का, दिल्लीला जर तुम्ही गेला असेल तर तिथं ब्रिजवर आहे ना, फ्लायओव्हर्सवर तुम्ही बघा, असे मोठे मोठे असे पत्र्याचे हे टाकलेले आहेत, नॉईज बॅरियर्स आहेत. तुम्ही आता किंवा तुम्ही एखादा व्हिडिओ बघा, जर तुम्हाला आयडेंटिफाय करायचं असेल तर. पुण्यात पण आता ब्रिजेसवर वगैरे नॉईज बॅरियर्स टाकायला लागलेले आहेत, कारण नदीवर जिथं ब्रिज आहे तिथं त्या आवाजाने फ्लोरा फौना डेव्हलपच होत नाही, बर्ड्स जगतच नाहीये. एवढं पोल्युशन तिकडे जाते, नॉईज तिकडे जाते, त्यांच्या याच्या पलीकडे आहे सगळं. त्यामुळे पोल्युशन मिनिमायझेशन इज ऑल्सो देअर, अँड दॅट इज कव्हरिंग इन द मॅनेजमेंट. criteria. Next is the health and well-being or health and comfort. Adequate ventilation. Is the ventilation is adequate? Now, how you can check the ventilation? You are going to check जे आपण तुम्ही बिल्डिंग कन्स्ट्रक्शन मध्ये सिंपल बघितलेलं आहे की तुम्हाला व्हेंटिलेशन बघताना काय बघायचंय. फर्स्टली एअर फ्लो. हाऊ द एअर फ्लो. विंडो आणि डोअर अपोजिट डिरेक्शनला पाहिजे का तर व्यवस्थित एअर फ्लो आहे. Humidification. Humidification is the major factor in case of the cities like Mumbai near to the coastal area. How to avoid the humidification? बऱ्याचदा AC हा humid climate नकोय म्हणून पण लावला जातो. So how to minimize that? Presence of controllable blinds. Blinds to the window to control the daylight. आता कसं होतं माहिती का बऱ्याचदा you have ample of sunlight in your room. In that case, what you are going to do? You are going to just put down your curtains and switch on the light. आपलं सगळं जे काही आपला जो एम होता तो गेला कामातनं. म्हणून daylight should be adequate. For that, daylight analysis is done with the help of lux meter. Lux meter is the instrument to measure the daylight at a particular area. तुमचं ते मोबाईल असताना तेवढंच इन्स्ट्रुमेंट आहे ते. So you are going to measure the daylight at particular region. You are drawing the contours. जसं तुम्ही कंटूर सेम एलिव्हेशन ची ड्रॉ करता तसेच लक्स मीटरने तुम्ही वेगवेगळे ग्रीड तयार करणार आहेत तुमच्या प्लॅनवर. एक विंडो तुम्ही टाकलेली आहे, त्या विंडोला ग्रीड तयार केल्यानंतर तुम्ही प्रत्येक जागची किती लाईट लक्स लेवल आहे ते बघणार आहेत. लाईट किती आहे बघणार आहेत. सेम लाईट तुम्ही ड्रॉ करणार आहेत आणि त्याचा हायेस्ट मॅक्झिमम आणि मिनिमम किती लाईट त्या रूम मध्ये आलेली आहे बघणार आहे. आपल्या कंट्रोल लिमिट मध्ये आहे का बघणार आहेत. इफ नॉट यू आर गोइंग टू टेक द नेसेसरी ऍक्शन. मग तिथं कंट्रोल ब्लाइंड असणार आहेत. ब्लाइंडनी काय होतं तिरकं केलं की तुमचं थोडीशी लाईट कमी येणार आहे. सो कंट्रोल ब्लाइंड इज ऑल्सो recommended in case of the green building. Energy efficient lighting. Now I talked to you about the sensors in the parking. बऱ्याच जागी तुम्ही ऑब्झर्व करत असाल आता की पार्किंग मध्ये सेन्सर्स आहेत. Why? Because at the time of no use that light is not wasted. पण आता सेन्सरचा एक ड्रॉबॅक आहे. सेन्सरचा जो किट आहे तो महाग आहे. म्हणजे बरीच मुलं काय करतात पळतात येतात म्हणजे for newcomers that there may be fun and that will increase our operation and maintenance cost. So energy efficient lighting, firstly the sensors in the lighting. Second, you can say the correct orientation of windows and doors in your house. Third, ऍक्च्युअली तुम्ही जिथं अभ्यास करताय तिथं लाईट पाहिजे, जिथं नाही करत आहे तिथं नाही पाहिजे. म्हणजे प्लॅनिंग ऑफ युअर लाइटनिंग सिस्टीम और इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन सिस्टीम दॅट इज देअर, दॅट शुड बी एनर्जी इफिशियंट. मग एलईडी बल्ब इन प्लेस ऑफ युअर नॉर्मल बल्ब. तुम्ही बघा लाईट बिल कमी येतात. एलसीडी एलईडी हे बल्ब. एलईडी आता सगळ्यात बेस्ट आहेत. लो कन्झर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी आहे बट इनिशियल हाय कॉस्ट आहे. सो एनर्जी इफिशियंट लाइटिंग वी आर गोइंग टू यूज. थर्मल कम्फर्ट अँड व्हिज्युअल कम्फर्ट. इट्स अ बिग कॉन्सेप्ट ऍक्च्युअली बट इन अ शॉर्ट फाईल मी तुम्हाला सगळेच पॉइंट जे काही आहेत ग्रीन बिल्डिंगचे ते टच करून सोडणार आहे. So the thermal and visual comfort means आता जसं तुम्ही AC 25 डिग्रीला लावला you will feel comfort. How many occupants are there, that is also important. So for how much of temperature your body you will keep as a comfort level. काही जणांना 20 डिग्रीला कम्फर्ट वाटतं, काही जणांना 23 डिग्रीला कम्फर्ट वाटतं. तर मग ग्रीन बिल्डिंग मध्ये आपण नॉर्मली 24 is a benchmark. 24 degree is a benchmark for the thermal comfort. So we will try to keep the indoor temperature as low as possible. आता मी हे कुठल्या साठी म्हणते 24 हे तुम्ही नॉर्थला जा साऊथला जा. 24 डिग्री इज द आपल्या भारतासाठी. भारताचा सॅम्पल स्टडी केलाय बऱ्याच ऑथरनी. तिथं थर्मल कम्फर्ट लेवल इज नॉर्मली ऑब्झर्वड ॲज द मीन ऑफ 24 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. व्हिज्युअल कम्फर्ट खूप लाईट असेल तर तुम्ही पडदे बंद करणार आहेत. इफ सपोज लाईट इज लेस you will put on the light. So visual comfort is there. Low noise level. So that standard is already set by the CPCB, but that is not happening. So the low noise level should be there. When we talk about the energy मध्ये बरेचशा कॉन्सेप्ट मी तुम्हाला आता सांगितलेले आहेत. एनर्जी इफिशियंट लाइटिंग असेल, डे लाइट अनालिसिस, so windows analysis, whether the vertical shades are there, horizontal shades are there, its analysis that is there in the energy. Train la pass ho diyo आपण. So now when we talk about the transport of tenants, full-time occupants असतील तर मग जे आता तुम्हाला व्हिडिओ मध्ये दाखवलं होतं, how much distance they travel, by which mode they are going to travel. Pool vehicles are promoted, work from home is promoted in the green building. Next is the water. Whenever we talk about the water, we are reduce, recycle and reuse of water. Water efficient techniques, many of the techniques we have used. One case study I want to tell you, the waterless urinal. I think you read something about the waterless urinal in which there is no water required after the urinal. Waterless urinals are installed at the Delhi airport. But what happens? Waterless urinal मध्ये blue seal नावाचं liquid असतं. That blue seal is not good whenever you throw water on it. That is only workable for the whenever urine is passed over there. That urine म्हणजे त्याचं जे बॅक्टेरिया वगैरे ते सेग्रिगेट केलं जातं आणि बाहेर ते स्मेल वगैरे येणार नाही. So that blue seal is there. But we have tendency to use water after the urinal, and the passenger done the same thing, and all the waterless urinal are replaced by the dual flushing system. So such type of negative case studies are also there. So this water is there. Then the material, which material you are going to use. Green building promotes the use of rapidly renewable materials such as bamboo, which is rapidly renewable. पटकन ते उगलं पाहिजे. सागवान वगैरे नाही यूज करायचं. माझं सागवानचं टेबल आहे. No. You are harming the environment. You are not giving good things to your future generation. Keep it in mind. So rapidly renewable material, steel, virgin steel. Then you came to know, I think you know the fly ash bricks in place of the burnt brick. कारण बर्न ब्रिकचं जे एनर्जी एम्बॉडीड एनर्जी आहे त्याच्यापेक्षा फ्लाय ॲश ब्रिकची एम्बॉडीड एनर्जी ही 50% कमी आहे. त्याच्यापेक्षा कमी ऑटोक्लेव्ड एरिएटेड ब्रिक्स, AAC ब्रिक्स, C4X fly ash bricks and autoclaved aerated bricks. Both bricks are manufactured by the C4X. They have their beautiful case study. They shared with me, thanks to them. And AAC bricks are having less cost and less energy consumption, as 70% less energy embodied energy when we compared with the clay bricks. So which material you are using? Rapidly renewable material, recycled material. You have studied, or many of you have projects in recycled aggregate, glass in the aggregates, plastics in the road. So such type of innovation is going on and on right now, where we are going towards the most sustainable recyclable materials, and we are harming less to the environment. Waste means waste minimization. Pollution, all the pollution, soil, water, air, land, light, all the pollution, the minimization technique is there, and that carries 12%. And land use and economy, it carries 10% of the rate. Land use and economy, best example सांगते मी तुम्हाला, पु ल देशपांडे गार्डन पुण्यातलं. If you have chance, go and visit. Natural landscape is maintained as it is. One project I am assessing while assessing the different projects in the PMRDA area. There they have the level difference, RL difference. त्यांचं कसं होतं माहितीये का? मिनिमम आणि हायेस्ट याचं कंटूर मॅपवर आम्ही बघितलं. मिनिमम आणि हायेस्ट याचं एलिव्हेशन डिफरन्स हे जवळपास 12 मीटर होतं. They have not filled this 12 meters with the soil. That's not possible. That's not economical. From where you will get the murum and all. They have done the leveled parking. 3 to 4 level parking केली मग IT mall वर टाकलेला आहे. So such type of thinking, such type of planning, different thinking in the planning you can do, and you can minimize the natural resource requirement as well as the pollution. So these parameters more or less percent is same for all the rating system. Okay. Do you have any doubt in that? He doubt असेल विचारा मग मी पुढे जाते. Okay, so I will move further. This is the green globe rating system that is there. So same म्हणजे जर तुम्ही बघितलात the same type of clustering is given. Lead US. Normally this is widely adopted after BREEAM in all over the world. HK beam is also there. Whenever we compare the different rating system, this spider web diagram shows us the different percentage of the different rating system. These are the major parameters of our rating system. So now when we talk about the green building in India, before this rating system, we will see the top green buildings.
Hello.
Yes, madam.
मॅडम सेशन झाला आहे का तुमचं सांगून?
नाही ना मॅडम.
हॅलो.
ओके मॅम, प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
नाही दिसत आहे का मॅडम व्हिडिओ? कारण मला याच्यानंतर इंडियन बिल्डिंग सांगायच्यात.
नाही दिसत आहे.
अच्छा अच्छा, थांबा मॅडम.
ओके.
मला काय वाटलं ते दिसतंय व्हिडिओ, असं ते झालं जरासं. आता दिसतं मॅडम?
हो दिसतंय मॅडम.
येस मॅम.
Now the first building is...
It was the first building outside of the US which has been awarded LEED Platinum. Here we are listing the top 10 green buildings in India. CII, Sorabji Godrej Green Business Center, Hyderabad. It is the world's best example of passive architectural design. It was the first building outside of the US which has been awarded LEED.
Here you can see this is the wind tunnel. म्हणजे इथं ती एअर येणार आहे, खाली जाईल, ग्राउंडच्या खाली होऊन ती थंड होऊन तिथनं जाणार आहे. लॉट ऑफ चिलर रिक्वायरमेंट इज मिनिमाइज्ड इन दिस बिल्डिंग. दिस इज व्हेरी फर्स्ट. मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं होतं बघा, 20,000 स्क्वेअर फूट ग्रीन फुटप्रिंट फर्स्ट इन इंडिया इन 2001. दॅट इज दिस ग्रीन बिल्डिंग, CII Godrej Training Center at Hyderabad.
ED Platinum rating at the time of its inauguration. The USP of this building is it does not let out any waste and recycles it all within. Infinity Benchmark Kolkata. The major features of this building are they are furnished with CO2 monitor sensors, rainwater harvesting and wastewater recycling system and humidification controls. The exterior of the building is made of brick wall block while the roof comprises of deck-thick polyurethane foam for better insulation. Suzlon One Earth, Pune. This is one of the unique office which is located in Pune and is designed by Christopher Charles. Spread over 10 acres, this structure is one of the largest green building projects of the country.
In the Suzlon One Earth, actually, a CO2 sensor is installed at the nose level, and the CO2 monitoring is done in the building. Whenever the CO2 is greater, current, if you are in the AC room, CO2 is the major problem. Because of that, we had a headache problem, nausea, all this thing is there. And so every CO2 is live monitored over here. आता सुझलॉन तर स्वतःच windmills बनवतात. मग त्यांचं renewable energy is the main motive. And it is the building which is Grihas 5-star rated and IGBC platinum rated building.
And is also one of the India's first buildings to be LEED Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design certified renewable resources. The campus has 18 hybrid wind turbines that fulfill 7% of the total energy consumption. The rest of the energy demand is met from off-site wind turbines. The structure is designed in a way to ensure maximum daylight exposure, thereby reducing artificial lighting consumption. Infosys Limited, Mysore. This awe-inspiring green building is located in the city of Palaces. The 5-story structure has been built keeping in mind a holistic approach to sustainability in 5 key areas, including sustainable site development, water savings, energy efficiency, material selection, and indoor environmental quality. Ansal,
if you observe the photographs and whatever shown in the video, less amount of grass is there. कारण काय माहिती का, grass तुम्ही बघा स्प्रिंकलर इरिगेशन नी असतं, मॅक्झिमम वॉटर इज टू ग्रो द ग्रास. त्यांचं टेम्परेचर बदललं की लगेच ग्रास वाळून जातो. Grihas IGBC supports to culture the native species. झाड इथं लावा, ऍपलचं झाड इथं महाराष्ट्रात लावून काही फायदा नाहीये. वड पिंपळ आपल्या इथं लावा. They are the native plants for our Maharashtra region actually. So the green building promotes to that. Grow the native species having less plant factor. Plant factor means what? The amount of water needed. So whenever म्हणजे cactus आहे, ज्याला पाणी कमी लागतं, जिथं खूपच कमी पाणी असेल तिथं you can grow the cactus. You can bring the greenness over there.
67 sector Gurgaon. Indian architects have given another masterpiece that wants to be a part of the green eco revolution. The features of this building are viable sources of energy. All electronics are made for maximum energy conservation. Splendid bicycle tracks, environment benches, bins, poles and bus stops, and drought resistant campus. iGate Knowledge Center, Noida. Next on the list of green building is Patni Knowledge. It is designed in a way that it captures 73% of daylight within the office. Nearly 50% of land is covered with grass, which doesn't let waste and sewage water go out. Olympia Tech Park, Chennai. It is the largest and most sought-after IT park. It is worldwide famous for being the first green building of its size, 1.8 million square feet, and has some of the best Fortune 100 companies operating in it. This tech park has the lowest energy consumption, high natural lighting systems, 100% water recycling, and other environment-friendly practices. Bank of India, Goa. A world of eco-friendly lights and air conditioning, intelligent glazing, modern capsule lifts, and indoor fountains. This sums up this popular bank in Goa. The building uses nano misty blue softening color glass manufactured by St. Gobind Glass, India, for producing the cool effect and saving energy. Rajiv Gandhi International Airport, Hyderabad. India's 6th busiest airport, Rajiv Gandhi International Airport, sets a benchmark for the green buildings in India. The structure of the airport is designed in a way so as to consume less water, electricity, and conserves natural resources. Within the campus of the airport, there is a green belt of 273 hectares with numerous plants. Biodiversity Conservation India Limited, Bangalore. In 1994, BCIL was established when green building concept was foreign to all of us and was something one could not locate even with long-range radar. The building was established with an aim of creating eco-friendly living habitats.
It's called as filler slab. Listen, what happened in case of filler slab, the concrete in the tension portion was removed. Concrete तुम्ही remove केला म्हणजे embodied energy कमी केली. Concrete remove करतात. मग तुम्ही फिलर स्लॅब टाका गुगलवर, माझं सेमिनार झाल्यावर. यू विल ऑब्झर्व की कौला रूम मध्ये बसवलेले आहेत किंवा असं माठ टाईप बसवलेले आहेत. इट्स आर्किटेक्चर इज ऑल्सो गुड. यू आर रिड्युसिंग द कॉन्क्रीट इन द कन्स्ट्रक्शन अँड कॉन्क्रीट फ्रॉम द टेन्शन साइड. कॉन्क्रीट आपला वीक असतो टेन्शन मध्ये, मग तो कमी करून तिथे आपण असे हॉलो सेक्शन्स कन्स्ट्रक्ट करतो. दॅट इज द फिलर स्लॅब इज. जयपूरला पण एका जागी, मला ते स्ट्रक्चरचं नाव आठवत नाहीये, मी तेच आठवत होते, पण जयपूरला पण एका टेम्पलमध्ये खूप सुंदर फिलर स्लॅब टाकलेले.
Especially in urban space, it is a wonderful example of smart homes where one can turn lights off using mobile phones. The building makes use of the central reverse osmosis system to purify water without the use of chemicals. Studies say by 2030 the Indian building stock is expected to reach 100 billion square feet compared to the existing 25 billion square feet.
For more news and updates, visit.
So now, can you able to see the IGBC slide?
Yes, ma'am.
So now we are talking about our rating system, that is our national rating system, IGBC. IGBC has first tied, Indian Green Building Council. IGBC has first tied up with the lead, and their rating are sustainable site. I hope you understood what is there in the sustainable site: water efficiency, energy and atmosphere, material and resources, indoor environmental quality, and innovations in design. These are various parameters on which that rating system gives the rating. Now our Grihas, Green Rating for Integrated Habitat Assessment, Grihas, it is developed by the Energy Resource Institute, New Delhi, and it has having tie-up with MNRE. And this rating system is widely adopted in our India. And nowadays, this rating system has been modified by the different climatic zones of the India. 5 climatic zones are given by our National Building Code 2016. So the sustainable site planning, health and well-being, energy optimization, water management, waste management, sustainable building material, and building operation and maintenance. These are the major criteria of the evaluation. Eco-housing, normally it is not used right now, but it is developed for the Pune and Mumbai only. Now these are the various comparison things that I have done. You can refer my research paper, and this comparison you will find over there. So now I wish to tell you, this is the rating system that I have developed. In that, the different things, that is embodied water is also there. Then the plantation for adoptive plants is also there. And I proposed the thing, that is the low impact construction technique that is there. Before that, that point was not there in the TERI. Actually, I talked with the person from the TERI, that Muzumdar madam is there. So this low impact construction site that I told you, that prefab construction or precast construction, that is not there in our rating system. But now many of the factors are there. This paper or this research is published in 2015. Now the economic benefits of the sustainable building. First is minimization of the construction cost by reduction of electricity, that I think I discussed while in the very first thing. Now we will see the real case studies from the India. I told you that I compared what I have done. I have collected the cost. Actually, I approached many of the institutions, but cost data is not there in our India. So I filed the RTI for various government institutions. I got the data, and from that data, I analyzed the atom. I separated the conventional atom from the green building atom. So here, the cost of green building attributes, that is there. Actually, Pakhre sir has helped me a lot to give this case study. He was our alumni, COEP's alumni, and he was there in the Railway Training Institute, and we both worked together and find out what is different green building attributes that are there in their buildings, and cost of non-rated attributes are there, and cost of green building. So initial cost is 18.3% high. Now, if you observe the different cost, it's the outlier we can say that is there. Firstly, they have used the sensors in the tap. Actually, त्यांचा payback period पण जास्त आहे. Why? Because their maintenance cost for the tap sensor is more. टॅप सेन्सरला एक असतं की म्हणजे त्याचं एक ड्युरेशन आहे, 5 मिनिटात लगेच तिथं तुम्ही हात नाही धुतला पाहिजे. ऑपरेशन कॅपॅबिलिटी इज लेस इन दिस सेन्सर. तुम्ही बघा मॉलमध्ये आधी जिथं टॅप सेन्सर असतील तिथं बऱ्याच जागी तुम्हाला लो फ्लो फिक्चर्स किंवा एरिएटर्स बसलेले दिसतील. द सेम प्रॉब्लेम इज ओव्हर हिअर. सेकंड, दे हॅव युज द सोलर रिफ्लेक्टिव्ह पेंट्स ऑन द रूफटॉप. कसं असतं, इंडोर क्वालिटी तुम्हाला सेम ठेवायचंय, थर्मल कम्फर्ट ठेवायचा आहे. सोलर रिफ्लेक्टिव्ह पेंट्स इज वन रेमेडी टू द इंडस्ट्री. पेंट तुम्ही टाकलं, सोलरचे रेस सगळे रिफ्लेक्ट होणार आहेत. इंडोर एन्व्हायरमेंटल क्वालिटी ही सेफ तेवढंच ठेवण्यात मदत होणार आहे. सो बट दॅट इज द कॉस्टली ऑप्शन that they have used. They can go for the rooftop garden that may have the less cost as compared with the solar reflective index. Again, they re-implanted all their trees from that site. त्यांनी सगळे trees preserve केले. And at that time, the tree preservation is most expensive things. आता तेवढी एक्सपेन्सिव्ह नाहीये. Nowadays, many of the concept are emerging out. तुम्ही याच्यावर पण व्हिडिओ बघितला असेल मला वाटतं, एकदा व्हॉट्सअपवर खूप आला होता तो व्हिडिओ, की एका जागनं ट्री असं आपण जसं शॉवेल मधनं ते घेतो, दॅट ट्री इज रिमूव्ड फ्रॉम वन साइड अँड इट इज प्लेस्ड ऑन द अनदर साइड. बट ऍट दॅट टाइम द ट्री रिइम्प्लांटेशन म्हणजे एक ट्री त्यांना रिइम्प्लांट करायला जवळपास 50,000 ते 60,000 रुपये. म्हणजे त्यांनी एका जागनं काढून तो तसाच नर्चर केला, ग्रोन ट्री. त्यांनी ट्री कटिंग केलेली नाहीये. So due to that, their initial cost is more. So now that's from my side. Now it's your in 10 minutes. If you have any questions, any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you. Thank you for actually patient listening. कारण तुम्हाला तुमचं तोंडच बंद केलेलं आहे. Thank you for the patient listening. Yes, madam.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for a very informative session. Now I request to our HOD sir, Professor Satpute sir, to give please a vote of thanks. Just a minute, ma'am.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Golab ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's
A very
audible.
good afternoon to all. On behalf of Samartha Group of Institutions, College of Engineering and Polytechnic, I would like to special thanks to our chief guest, Dr. Vyas madam, for accepting our invitation, and Principal Dr. Patil sir, Anil Kapile sir, for continuously providing us opportunity to have interaction with eminent personalities. I am also thankful to Golab madam for organizing today's session, and all the staff members of Department of Civil Engineering for being the support system. Last but not least, thanks to all the attendees to attend this webinar seriously. Once again, thank you, Dr. Vyas ma'am, for enlightening minds of our students. I am sure that today's session will be definitely helpful to our students in future. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Okay. With the permission of our HOD sir, principal sir, and also Vyas ma'am, we will conclude that our session is over.
Thank you, ma'am. I am leaving the meeting now, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.